So next, I'm going to highlight a few key roles that you should start to get acquainted with as you build your strategy to co-sell with Salesforce. So first is the core AE, which is sometimes also referred to as the AD or account director. So I'll use the comparison to football since we have the Super Bowl coming up this weekend, but you want to think of the core AE as the quarterback of the account. So their product knowledge and understanding is typically going to be a mile wide and an inch deep, meaning that they don't need to have as in-depth of knowledge about each specific product, because they have co-primes or cloud specialists that they can bring in to be the expert on that product. So co-primes and cloud specialists sometimes have a lot more accounts than a core AE, and they're brought into the account when that core AE identifies an opportunity for them to sell their product. So some examples of Salesforce clouds that have co-primes are Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Data Cloud, and Service Cloud. So if you have built an integration into one of those clouds, you might actually end up having more success in working with those co-prime teams than you would with the core AE. And then lastly, we have our solutions engineers and technical architects. And they are the technical resource that aligns to the account team. And their job is to be able to position our solutions in order to meet your customers' needs and use case. So oftentimes partners will have the most success in working with the SEs because the SEs are the ones that are recommending partner solutions either during the technical discovery process or within the demos.
Salesforce has over 150,000 customers, so you should be able to clearly define your target customer when working and engaging with our sales teams and share how you differentiate. So which verticals and use cases you solve for, finding that sweet spot, right? And be able to clearly define and articulate what your value proposition is. And this is really essential as Salesforce, we really tailor and work so hard strategizing on our go-to-market across several dimensions, including geographical region, industry and business segment, verticals and sub-verticals. So it's paramount that you can articulate where you as a partner plug in. Even if there's not a live opportunity, check in with the account team in a meaningful way, like sharing a company newsletter update or a recent win story. Or there are times when the Salesforce account team may not be as involved in an opportunity that you are working on, but it's still just as important for you to bring that team along for the ride through communications like knowledge sharing and providing status updates where relevant, as this really creates a more trusting relationship with the account team where they will feel more comfortable and more likely to bring you into opportunities that they're working on, which you may not even be aware of or involved in yet. And in the scenario of the account team bringing you in for the first time, it's important to first understand where the account team is at in the opportunity and if they're focused on a specific sales play. So you can discuss where you can add value, whether that's accelerating the deal or de-risking attrition, depending on the type of customer engagement that they're working on. And again, this goes back to your solution creating stickiness, fulfilling a gap in that customer's technology that helps there be successful and knowledge sharing and knowing how to best engage with the account teams in these different scenarios. And finally, what to bring with your handout to build that trust and transparency with the account teams to develop that ideal co-selling motion. So ideally, it's a three-pronged approach in those different scenarios that drive out different value and different types of engagements.